Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome back to the Age of Wonders 3 campaign, the Elven Court. In our last episode, we continued working our way through Scenario 4, the Sapphire Archipelago, and we've made some pretty good progress. You can see here on the map, we've got ourselves a couple of different cities now that are in our control, which is excellent, and we've been gradually working our way through the domain of Isabella Van Helden. We've taken 2 of her cities, although I think one of these actually was an independent that we managed to get on our side. But we did take one of the High Elven cities that was controlled by Isabella, and of course that led us to an important choice. We had to decide how we wanted to proceed with the rest of the campaign, and sort of the decisions that we're going to make, the trajectory we're going to take. Now, the decision we ended up making was to go with what Nomlik Trismegistus was kind of advocating for. I'm just looking for him here on the map. I can't remember exactly where we had him. I think he was over here somewhere. Yeah, here he is. We were advocating, or Nomlik was kind of suggesting that, perpetuating war and basically genociding the humans in this area would not really be the best course of action. And that's kind of was opposite of what Groshak was suggesting, which was to go with what Sundren's father had suggested, which is to basically exterminate the humans in this region. Now, we ended up siding with Nomlik's kind of course of action, and of course, in doing so, we've now formed our own sort of third faction, which is the Torchbearers, and we're going to try to sort of bring peace, I guess, to the region. Now, in doing that, though, of course, Groshak has left us, so we no longer have him on our side. However, we do have Nomlik still with us, and of course, Nomlik is super powerful. Now, before we jump into the episode proper here, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments comes from Chaos General. Now, Chaos General pointed out that when it comes to that giant dwelling, I'm just going to jump back over here. One thing we could do, I was trying to figure out kind of how best to proceed, what we want to focus on building. We could go for the Menhir of Granite, which would give us the ability to produce stone giants. However, we are already able to produce ogres and ogre savants, and if we wanted a unit that had a ranged attack similar to the stone giant, we could do this Hill Homestead, which is much cheaper. We can actually afford to do it right now. And the Hill Giant, although only a tier 3 unit, is still quite powerful and has a very similar ranged attack to the Stone Giant. At least that's my understanding. And I believe has an ability to evolve still. So very, very cool. And I think I might do that because that gives us kind of a cheaper option, still with some ranged capability, a bit of a, sort of siege function. Think of them almost like a mobile trebuchet that still has, incredible melee capability as well. So I think I'll probably go for that. So I appreciate Chaos General pointing that out. Chaos General is also mentioning that I don't necessarily need to go southwest directly with my heroes. So last time I realized kind of towards the end of the episode that the throne city of Isabella here is in the bottom corner of the map. That would be the southwest corner of the map. And I was thinking, oh shoot, I'm going to have to direct my forces down there. But the reality is I probably don't have to, and that's because Chaos General is pointing out that the prison that the Dwarven Dreadnought who may join our side, if we're able to free him, this prison is located apparently near a teleporter that would take our units over towards the throne city of Isabella. So instead what we could do is just scout this out with our Grimbeak Crow, go over, make sure that's the case, and then once we confirm that, we can send our forces down to clear out this dwelling, and of course that's going to then free Bormak, who's a Dwarven hero, I believe a Dwarven Dreadnought, and if we can free him, then we can just jump our units through the teleporter and presumably head over and then lay siege to Isabella's throne. And in the meantime, we can keep attacking the cities up here and trying to conquer more territory and improve our economy. As you can see, our gold income is not amazing, and we're having a bit of a mana problem at the moment, so it would be good to try to augment our economic situation. Chaos General also mentioned that I probably don't need to worry too much about focusing my cities on unit production, and that is because I've already got a ton of abilities to gain additional units via Sundren, who has, of course, her Charm ability, and then we've also got Nomlik, who has Convert, which we've gotten to see in action, and we have Reskar, who has befriend animals. So between those 3 abilities, we can really do a good job of mind controlling and recruiting units that way. Although it would still probably be beneficial to get units that are summonable, and that's something that we could focus on here if there's any other units that perhaps we could summon. That being said, getting Shadow Stalkers would not be the worst thing because, of course, they can float, and that's going to be super powerful. So that being said, I'm not going to focus my cities on unit production besides maybe some of those class-based units like I mentioned. Big thank you to Chaos General for the excellent summary there. Really good comments. Also a good point here from QKnight45. I did, and this is something I completely missed, but there is a set of unguarded production resources right here where the cursor is, kind of in the center of the screen. I completely missed it. My crow was moving along here, and I completely missed it. I should have grabbed those while I was going through. So maybe once I'm done clearing out or exploring over here, I could turn my crow around and head back. So a really good catch there from QKnight45 with the eagle eye spot. As always, guys, big thank you for the excellent comments and suggestions. Extremely appreciated. Let's jump into the episode proper. All right. So we are at a position where we could start working on a spell, but again, with our mana situation, I do not want to do that. So we are just going to end the turn here and see what comes next. Okay, I can see some of Isabella's units there. She has a very, very strong naval presence, as we've gotten to see a little bit in the last episode. So we're going to have to be very cautious about sending our units into the water. We're going to want to make sure that they're in a strong stack that's well guarded. Okay, nice. And we did produce a shrine and a temple, and that's really helping our mana situation, although we still need to figure something else out because we are in a deficit. As you can see, we are running negative amounts of mana income flowing in, which is not ideal. We could start working on a great temple, but that's going to cost us 50 mana, which we can't afford at the moment. So I think instead what I will do is maybe... Oh, and the temple costs mana. I forgot that. Shoot. Well, we might have to figure something else out then. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to start building that hill homestead. Dang it. Okay, well, we'll do it now. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else we could do to drum up some extra mana income. I mean, one thing we could do is sell off any unneeded items. That's one thing for sure. I am going to send this archer down to just capture this fort real quick. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. A little bit extra gold income from the gold mine there. That doesn't hurt. Like I said, with Nomlik and Reskar, we are going to just keep heading down towards this dungeon that we have to go and clear out. And on that note, let's send our scout over and see... Ooh, okay, so this is the territory of Isabella, it would appear. So she's got some frigates, galleon and a frigate. Oh, yikes, we've got a succubus and a cavalry unit, so we have to be pretty cautious. But at least we know that she has a city down here, so we're going to have to head down and try to clear that out for sure. Now, one thing we could do, let's see, if we generate mana... Yeah, okay, that would fix our problem. Of course, it would mean less gold income coming in. As you can see there, that cuts it, but that would fix our mana problem, at least just for the time being. And then in the meantime, maybe we keep looking to see if we can drum up some extra mana another way. Like I said, you know, if we could sell off some unneeded items, perhaps... Like, we've got this longsword of dire penguin slaying, which I was going to save and give to my new hero. I mean, it's not really that powerful. You know, extra 2 melee damage is really not of much consequence. We have a mount for our hero here with the red raptor. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can probably sell this sword. It'll only get us 10 extra mana, but... Alright, well, we'll hold off for now, but... you know, that's something in the future. So, yeah, I think we'll just focus on mana income in one city and gold income in the other. And that makes sense to do it here because we do have the water node giving us some extra mana. So, I think that's actually a pretty smart move. And, you know, playing defense in these cities isn't a bad idea. I don't want to, you know, occupy too many of my units here, but I think playing it a little bit... more cautiously isn't a bad idea. otherwise here, production-wise, I mean, I suppose we could just keep developing the cities. Again, as was mentioned, I think focusing on the economic side is probably the better move. So maybe like a storehouse for the extra growth. Or, I mean, a laboratory would be amazing. We just can't afford it with our mana problem at the moment. One thing I suppose we could do is dispel the Iron Grip, but I quite like that it's giving the extra happiness, which is boosting our city's production. So, yeah, I think we'll just have to wait a couple turns and regather our mana here. Okay, let's just head up and see what we see. All right, so probably going to want to embark this turn. Yeah, and then we'll cruise over and we can start trying to reconquer these elven cities up there. So yeah, I think we'll just do merchandise this turn. I see no sense in going too crazy with anything at the moment. Now, for Nomlik, I guess the question becomes, do we want to try and stay on land or do we want to go back in the water? It looks like this might be completely land obstructed here, this passage through. So I'm going to keep him, I think, on land for now. Too bad. If I had a scout down there... Oh, maybe I was wrong. Well, either way, we can go on land and then embark when we need to. Again, no spell casting is going to happen this turn. So we'll end it there. Let's go take a peek and see if Isabella's moving her units around. Okay, she's got some on land there. Okay, it looks like this dwelling has a quest for us. Let's see what it is. Ooh, we have to kill some dragons. Oh, wow. Okay, this must be what the hill giant evolves into, an elder hill giant. You can see there they have Hurl Boulder. Ooh, and look at that. We would get an amazing melee weapon. Well, not amazing, but much better. And a vassal proposal. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. I will accept that. And then what I'm going to do is send our group down there to deal with that quest. I think that would be wonderful. Even though it's going to divert us away from this for a couple of turns, I mean, that's a super powerful benefit there. I think that's 100% worth trying to do if we can. And we should be able to handle these frigates if we got into a fight with them on the open water. So, I mean, it wouldn't be ideal, but I think we'd be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to embark... And then we'll head down here, we'll grab this, we can grab the production resources, and then we'll cruise in. Oh, it's going to take us a number of turns, but I think we can still do it. And then we'll deal with that. And in the meantime here, yeah, we're going to get Sundren to go over this way. She can make landfall over here, probably, next turn. It's going to have to wait one more. Now our crow, we can do some more exploring. Okay, I don't see a teleporter just yet, but there might be one hidden over here. We'll just keep scouting and see what we find. All right, back to our city now. We do want to keep gathering mana, and you know what? I'm going to put that in perpetuity for now until we get up to 50 mana so that we're able to actually build something we need. One thing I am going to do, though, like I mentioned, is going to go to... I think it was Sundren that had the melee weapon. There it is. Yeah, we'll sell that off because we're hopefully going to get one from this quest. And that will be superior. Otherwise, yeah, I think I'm happy just continuing to kind of let my economic situation improve gradually here. We'll end it one more time. All right. Nice. Okay, the hill homestead is complete, and that means we could, if we were so inclined, start working on hill giants. I didn't realize, though, that they do have a mana cost associated with them, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it isn't the end of the world. The good news, though, is we've absorbed Lizlan into our empire here, and thankfully it does have an earth node, which is feeding us some extra mana, so that is wonderful. I think what I will do, though... The Great Temple would be good, but I think probably just getting a regular temple going in Nuvina would be great to then help us with that mana problem. Otherwise, we'll keep things kind of as they are. Okay, now, we can go down here. Like I said, we want to make landfall if we can, and then work on that quest for this dwelling. In the meantime, like I said, Sundren up here is going to do some work. She's got her 2 fire giants there. Now, let's see. A high elf colonist. Thank you for coming to our aid, Sundren of House Inioch. May the sacred winds of fortune favor the sails of your ships. Oh, great. Okay, if they've just joined us outright. That's wonderful. Oh, and look at that, even more mana. So now we're going to be in decent shape in the mana department, which is great. We'll even build a shrine just to make sure of that. There's another one to the north, so we might want to just head up. You know what, we can even just do this quick. There it is. Have you already aided our cities on the other isle in the southwest? Okay, so we know there's more cities that way. And that makes sense. So we'll head there, we'll wait till next turn. And we should be able to just join in with them when we embark. We'll have to head down and deal with this city of Isabella's there. Alright, great. Well, that's wonderful. I mean, just having the extra cities is fantastic. I might even send 2 units down this way just to guard this city a little bit better. Like I said, production, we're just going to focus now on recouping our gold here a little bit. So we'll just do merchandise, nothing crazy. See no reason to get too aggressive with it. And then, yeah, we will just wait until next turn with Nomlik. I think we'll turn around with this guy. We've kind of done the scouting we can. Might as well just head back and camp out on the city. Now, ooh, look at this. We are going to be attacked here pretty quick. So let's grab this while we can. Ooh, I didn't realize that. So they're not on it, but they will still defend it. Okay, that's good to know. We'll head over this way instead. Ah, here we go. There's the teleporter. Okay. Well, now we know where that is. So that, again, will probably be the one that takes us to closer to Isabella's throne city. So that's good to know that's there. Again, we don't have the mana to do anything at the moment, so we will just hold off on any spell casting. But we are rapidly improving our situation, which is wonderful. Main invasion at Potama. Ooh, look at this. Oh my god. Galleon and a bunch of frigates. That would be awful for us to run into. We definitely want to get out of the water. ASAP. We will go here. Like, it's a real shame that we can't... I guess we could... Can we go like this? Yeah, he's flying, so we might as well just grab them this turn. A barracks or a rogue's palace. I'll grab the rogue's palace, I think. Okay, and there's the... Ooh, we're going to have to fight a ruinous dragon and a whole bunch of cliff wyverns. You know what? That's going to be a pretty darn tough battle for us here. Of course, the ruinous dragon has mind control immunity. We might have to maybe reconsider a little bit or try gathering some additional strength before we go too crazy. We could also, I guess, head over, clear out this tomb. But like I said, I don't want to delay too long. I want to get over here and start dealing with this quest. In any case, we're going to get a level up here for all our units with this column of champions, which will be good for our heroes. I think probably with a combination of hero spell casting, since we're now going to have mana to do that, I think we'll be in good shape. Alright, now this guy, like I said, we're going to head back and just hang out in the city. Produce Bard is now finished. That's great. Nice, okay, Nuvina has grown. Don't think there's really anything else we want to do other than finish that temple. Sundren, we're going to hop in the water and just hope we don't run into any awful stack of ships like this one. Yeah, they can't make it back up to attack us in time. And then we can head down and make it onto land, so we should be okay. But boy, we have to be careful if we go into the water. Holy cow, is that dangerous. Now, here's the big thing. So do we want to... Like, seafaring... Okay, I'm just looking at this. The advanced seafaring upgrade. Boats and embarked units gain extra vision. And units embarked on galleons instead of frigates enables production of the galleon warship in cities with a harbor. Like, we are going to be in the water a ton. And I'm trying to remember what the benefit is if your unit embarks on a galleon instead of a frigate. Yeah, I don't know. We could always go for Produce Assassin and start getting towards Produce Succubus. And again, the benefit there is the Succubus can fly, which would be super powerful, just to have units that can get across the water more easily. I think we'll go for the Seafaring, though, just to get it done. All right, Lizland. We could go for a Shrine, again, just to keep helping with the mana situation. I think that's probably not a bad idea. Over here, I don't see any reason to start building units just yet. I don't think we need to work on those Hill Giants at the moment. Another option for a Shrine. It's going to take longer, so I think we'll just do Merchandise. We've got the Grimbeak Crows over here, like I said. I suppose one thing we could do is just go and see what is through this portal. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's just find out. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it is right to her throne city. That is excellent. Perfect. Well, that is how we're going to get there then. So we will go back through. Go hang out in the mountains there. That's perfect. So now we know the pathway forward. We are definitely going to commit to that. That is excellent. Spell casting, again, I think we'll wait another turn. I want to get corpse looting going. Would be, I think, good for us. Oh, shoot. Okay, this human foot knight's going to kill our Grimbeak Crow. That's fine. We'll just let that happen in auto combat. But now we know what we need to know, which is wonderful. You know, in retrospect, I mean, I've already sort of committed to it, but I think doing this with this hero stack was maybe a bit of a mistake, because it's just going to take so long. Good news, though, is we did get a big level up here, which is great. Okay, we're level 13 now. We do have some spell options, perhaps. Let me just see. What do we currently have for spells? Where is it? Oh, yeah, here. Slayer's Doubt and Divine Protection. I mean, Divine Protection isn't bad, but it's, you know, neither of these is, like, super powerful. Might be good for Nomlik to get, you know, even just, like, Smite to be able to do damage. Alternatively, something like, I mean, Holy War is pretty powerful. Boosts all your devout units. Problem is, most of our units aren't devout, I don't think. Might is good just because it deals damage, of course. Power of the Word. Attempts to immobilize all enemy units for 2 turns. Instant Wrath isn't bad. This one, basically the unit just... Ooh, Blessing of Health. Sorry, I got distracted by Blessing of Health. Instant Wrath, it's basically when your unit gets attacked, half of the damage done to it gets done back to the attacker, which isn't too bad. But Blessing of Health is pretty good, just an extra 10 hit points to all units in your stack. I think, though, the one I'm going to go with is probably going to be Smite, just so I have a damage-dealing ability. And then I'm going to go for the extra casting points here with Divine Channeling. There, and that way we'll be able to do a little bit more. For Reskar here, just looking at our options. Sustainable Warfare might be good to get eventually. I think, though, for him, we will just go with more casting points because we already have the Ancestral Spirits, which is a really good one. And then we could do some more Root Spears or something like that. So let's go back. We're at 25. Yeah, you know what? Getting 5 extra would not be bad. Just gives us more spell casting capability, so let's do that. And then with that extra bit, we could do... you know what? We'll just save them. All right, Portama. Production-wise, you know, let's just skip the rest of our production here and see, can we move anybody else? Yes, we can. Almost forgot about Sundren. Let's make landfall. Ooh, this is a little nastier than I thought. It's not too bad, but most of these are tier 1 units, tier 2. We've got our 2 tier 4 units, so we should be fine. But that was a little scarier than I thought it was at first. Again, we do want to go and start fighting these dragons, so let's see if we can make that happen. In the meantime, now we do have enough mana to actually start working on some spells. So I think maybe we will start working on corpse looting. That'll help a little bit with our gold situation. Again, Portama. Would be nice to improve our knowledge income, just to increase the rate of Research. I'm not super keen on anything at the moment, though. I think we'll just save our gold for another turn here. And then we can kind of decide what we want to do. All right, end it there. Ooh, domain invasion. Let's see what that is. Okay, so Isabella's trying to disjunct our treasure rating, but failed, thank goodness. Of course, our spell integrity has been reduced. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, Isabella's got units moving in there. And we aren't going to be able to get there in time to defend our city, so that's a shame. We're probably going to lose this one. Dang it. And because she's patrolling the waterways, we can't get over there in time. Or easily, I should say. All right, well, it kind of is what it is. Let's see, Nuvina. We're just going to ignore these. We're going to focus on our unit movement. So for Sundren, I think we want to just go in and engage this fight. We should be able to handle it. So let's do that. Like this. Yeah, that's going to bring all these units in. We shouldn't have any problem, though. We are strong enough with our fire giants here. Ouch, that wasn't the nicest. Now, unfortunately, in this group, we don't have a really dedicated healer. The only healing we have is via Sundren with her quick dash, which is, you know, not ideal because that uses up our main, like our leader's casting points, which is not what we really want to do. We're going to bring our fire giants over this way. Hunters can just rotate a little bit. Everybody's just going to kind of cruise this direction. And that should do it. We're going to just use our fire giants to... Ooh, ouch. Yeah, we might want to throw a heal on just to keep our units alive. They're trying to curse us, which is unfortunate because that actually reduced our movement. Ooh, and now that one's crippled, which means it's even less able to move. This one's barely going to be able to move. Yeah, so we'll just go and attack the wall like this. And then next turn, hopefully we will be able to move on through. We'll do a quick dash just for the healing there, just to keep that unit from getting killed. I don't want to lose it if I don't have to. Everybody else can just kind of move up. Ouch. Well, maybe we will end up losing this unit. I guess I could use my other quick dash, but I kind of want to save it in case either of my giants gets too beat up. Yeah, I'm definitely going to save it for the giants. Yeah, you know, we're actually getting crippled is really causing us some problems here. Because, you know, we're just losing enough movement that not ideal. Okay, we'll light up that scoundrel just a little bit. There's a big kill. And then everybody else is just going to start moving in. Now, the Unicorn Rider can phase, so we will kind of hang back there. Again, I wish I had a healing ability that didn't require me to use my my spells. Yeah, I'm glad I'm keeping the healing just in case any of my giants get too damaged. They are really ganging up on this one. Okay, thankfully he's still in reasonable condition. I think what we're going to do is we are going to phase in behind the priest, flank him, and then step out and go after this greatsword. Nice, good kill there. Yeah, this fire giant's really not feeling super incredible. So I think we might even pull him kind of back over here and just hang out in defense mode. What I am going to do, though, is throw a quick dash on this guy. There we go. And then, you know what? Yeah, we can cruise over. We could either attack the priest, finish the priest off, or, you know what? I think probably better is to go and engage the razor bow. Oh, nice. And then, yeah, our crusader can finish off the priest. That's great. You know what? Our hunter can even cruise up there and then do a little bit of damage. And if our hunter dies, I mean, it is what it is. Interesting, going after the Crusader. Wouldn't have guessed that. I thought they would have tried to kill my Hunter because that unit's very close to death, but rightly so, though. They are trying to target the Fire Giant, who is probably the biggest threat to them just in terms of pure damage potential. Let's blast this Priest. Nice, good work there. We can... Ooh, yeah. Let's just see what is possible here. Go like this. And like that. We can kill the Priest and still tie up the Scoundrel that way. And then probably kill them here. Yep. Wonderful. And then Sundren, I guess, can move over like this. You know what? We'll put Sundren there. This Fire Giant, I'm happy just keeping out of the fray. And those Razor projectiles, that really adds up over time, just the damage it does with the bleed. Okay, Sundren can move over. I will park like this. Let's see, can we get a... We can get a charm. Let's try it. Okay, no such luck. Fire Giant can go in behind here. Tie up that Razor Bow. We can get a charge and a flank there. And we can follow that up with a kill from the Crusader. Right, now, what do we have left here? What are we still trying to kill? There are units still... Oh, right, this Razor Bow is not dead. Okay. You know what? We can step up here and give them a little bit more damage. Nice. And that should be all she wrote. There we go. All right, nice and clean. And we didn't end up losing the Hunter, which is kind of nice. And so now all we have to do is just walk on over and take the city of Shush Pen, which we are now going to... I mean, we could absorb it. We could release it as a vassal. Just curious, what does the city have? It does have a rogue's palace. It's got a temple and a shrine. I mean, that's... And a, you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I do like this city. Let's absorb it if we can. Might be kind of tough just to control it, you know, especially in light of this city now about to get captured, but it is nice. I think what we'll do is we will just start trying to clear as many of these cities as we can. Problem is we don't have enough units really to, like, leave behind to guard the cities, which is kind of a problem. In a perfect world, we would engage and kill the rest of these units, but we don't really have the strength to do that. I mean, let's see. If they go in and attack the city, we'll just go back and kill them. Now here, let's... This is going to be tough. We're going to have to be pretty careful. Let's head over. Maybe we can find these dragons. Let's see, where are they located? Interesting. I don't see them. Maybe they will peek their head out at some point. Yeah, and Sundren can just stay where she is. Alright, Portama. Let's see here. Merchandise. Just merchandise across the board for some of these. Now, we're at the point, though, where we do have enough... Ooh, this is not good. We've got roaming units up by this city, which is not... Ooh, and there's some gold up there, too. We might want to try and grab that. Now, thankfully, the city's at least decently guarded with 3 units, but that's not what we want to see up there. Yeah, we don't really have any troops that can easily get up there to see and clear out whatever's spawning these things. Oh, that's annoying. What we'll do then maybe is we'll send one of these up just to help with guarding it. I mean, we could even send more of these units up. Maybe we send all of them or just... You know what? Let's do this. We'll send these ones up to join in, and then we can maybe go and try and exterminate what's going on up there. In the meantime, let's just do merchandise here. Ionel. Mana's looking pretty good, so I am going to actually flip this one back to just gold production. Like I said, most of these cities, I think just merchandise is reasonable. I might reconsider for some of these here, like with Hiramos or with Nuvina. They're kind of my better cities, I would say. You know what, here, if Hiramos grows a bit faster, that would be ideal. Let's throw on a storehouse. There we go. Because, you know, maybe I can get this tomb in the radius of the city, as well as the Spring of Life, which could also end up in the domain of Nuvina, I guess. Okay, we'll end it there. Ooh, yeah, that's not what we want to see. We'll let that happen in auto combat. Yeah, RIP. And there, we've lost the city, which is not what we want to happen. All right, so lesson learned. If we're going to clear and capture these cities, we've got to clear out the rest of the island as well. Yeah, and there, Shush Pen is going to get captured again. Thankfully, we can just head up and kill those units off easily. Might be able to charm one of them, too, to maybe play defense. Let's try that. Yeah, we desperately need a healer in this group. That would be phenomenal, whether it's a priest or something like that. Alright, now this is an Orc Assassin, which means it should be a little easier to... Yeah, we've only got 10 resistance versus 11. Yeah, so we'll probably try and mind control the Assassin. Which means we're just gonna walk on over and blast the cavalry with our Fire Giant and just outright kill him, which is great. Now, someone's gonna have to tank the Assassin Strike, which is not something I really want. That being said, we could just try it here. Yeah, let's just try it. Okay. Again, lower odds because the unit was in defense mode. And then we'll just tie them up with the Fire Giant here. Here it is. Park the Crusader there. We'll park the Unicorn Rider there. I just want to keep Sundren safe. Yeah, there's that Assassin Strike, which is not a lot of fun. One thing we can do here is we could cruise around with Sundren and return that favor. Oh, look at that. 63 plus 22 plus, what was that, 9? Just a ton of damage. Alright, so that at least keeps our city a little more secure. Now, we do want to get down here, though, and deal with these other places belonging to... Ooh, and look at that. There's a hero belonging to Isabella, so we want to get down there and clear out all these cities if we can. Yeah, so Shush Pen is now relatively safe for the time being. We're not probably going to be able to get this back anytime soon, so we'll just have to leave it. But otherwise here, maybe we focus on... I mean, we could focus a little bit on defense, really, but I just think we just keep kind of focusing on just income. Yeah, let's get our troops kind of together here. Like I said, we just want to group them up, and then next turn maybe we head up. I'm gonna just send one of the units over here just as a reminder, and we will. Actually, you know what? We'll send the whole group up this way, and then next turn we can head up and see maybe we can start killing these units before they threaten the city directly. I suppose we could make another initiate. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, it's just to have an extra unit to help fight these things that are threatening us. We'll go merchandise here. Merchandise here. Yeah, our mana situation is now totally fine, so I don't have to worry. Oh, and of course, they're all the way over there now. Great. I think what I'll do, though, is I will just move in here. And maybe they will come to us, hopefully. I don't want to try and move through these mountains. That's going to be a huge pain to have to do that. All right, we're going to end it there. Okay, she did get rid of our treasure rating. Here we go. All right, this is the big battle. So this ruinous dragon has a breath of ruin, which does poison or blight and fire, armor piercing, inflict weakened, which is really scary, especially because it then does blight damage with its melee attacks and its breath of ruin. Yeah, of course, dedicated to evil. Doesn't look like it's fearsome, though. No. Okay, well, that's good. It does have spirit weakness, which might help us, as well as frost. So, good thing we have our Theocrat, and we can do smite as an attack. So, that should help. All right. I think what we'll start with is just beefing up our units as we typically would. Our Beetle Knight's going to be very useful here. We're going to throw a touch of faith on the Beetle Knight. Probably throw the Nourishing Meal maybe on the Troll. Nice that the Troll has regrowth. Like I said, I think these two are probably going to be our best upfront fighters, and then the Apprentice can provide some range support from the back, and the Wargrider can maybe swoop in and do a little bit of flank damage where needed. I shouldn't have grouped up the way I did because Breath of Ruin's going to hit us. Thankfully, didn't do much to us. We're tanking that pretty darn well, actually. Overall, not too upset about it. There's that regrowth coming in real clutch. The biggest problem we have right now, though, is just this dragon's range is pretty incredible. What I'm going to do, I think, is just back up slightly with Nomlik, turn him around, and then we're going to throw on a smite. Ooh, yeah, and look at that. That can do some pretty good damage to that dragon, so let's make that happen. Okay, resisted, but still not terrible. Go back here. We should be able to kill this Cliff Wyvern, so let's do that. Nice. Okay, and that's going to allow us to move over and attack this other Cliff Wyvern. There we go. And then, I think ideally I want to just get a little bit further away, get that kill, no problem there. And then we're going to cruise over here, get that kill. And then the Beetle Knight, I'm a little worried, though, that our Wargrider's just going to get obliterated. But, I mean, that Wargrider's kind of a nothing unit anyway. So we'll go like this, hang out in defense, and then wait for the onslaught of this dragon. Yeah, and there's what I was expecting. Oh, and it does have fearsome. Okay, interesting. I must have missed that when I was looking at it. Oh, there it is, fearsome right here. Okay. Yeah, I missed that when I was initially looking at the abilities. So yeah, we did lose our... But remember, we have... Oh, I completely forgot. We have Divine Justicars, so it's literally not even a problem at all. Let's go here. Okay, there. We're panicked, which is not ideal. Beetle Knight here. Might as well just kill this Wyvern. There we go. Oh, we didn't quite, but we're close. Now, Nomlik can... What are our options? Just trying to see what our options are here. Reskar could cruise over. Oh yeah, kill the Cliff Wyvern. That allows this to do some big damage. There it is. And now we're 6 away. And we should be able to get the finish here like this. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Okay, the dragon is dealt with. That was the big issue. Nice. Okay, and the battle is won, and we should get our units back thanks to Divine Justicars, which, again, I had sort of forgotten about, so I was worrying about nothing. Wonderful. Look at this. We've got an Elder Hill Giant, a Standard Hill Giant. We're going to get a Vassal and a pretty decent melee weapon out of all this. I am over the moon to have that. That is excellent. There's our item sack. So, again, we will give this probably just to Nomlik to hold on to for now, and then the new hero can eventually get it when the time is right. So now we want to just head over and deal with this. We've got all these really powerful units here. I think what we'll do is we'll give Nomlik probably the main group here with the Hill Giants. The Beetle Knight. Actually, you know what? Reskar probably we should keep with the stack, even though it would be good to have a hero leading another group, but we want the most powerful units all together. We'll do this, and then these other two can just kind of tag along. If we can get a couple more units, we can break Reskar off and have him lead a stack, but until such time, we aren't able to... I don't want to risk it. I think it's better to keep them together. So yeah, treasure rating's been removed. That's not the end of the world. Corpse looting, though, we can cast that. There we go. Otherwise, here we can get treasure rating going again. We could get a crow going. We could do an iron grip. You know, iron grip wouldn't be bad just to boost the city happiness, but I think we'll get treasure rating up and running again. That extra income is kind of nice. All right, so Alliance has been forged. We've got our extra initiate here. You know what? We can even leave that initiate behind just to have somebody on the city. Yeah, I don't hate that. It's a little bit of a deterrent, at least. Yeah, down here. Again, ooh, this city's actually not the happiest. Enemy and domain is the main thing that's making them unhappy, and I guess that makes sense. But I think we'll just keep going with merchandise for now. Nuvina, though, we could work on maybe some more... I think maybe I'll make one more initiate just for the extra protection. Might be worth starting to develop these elven ones up here. This little outpost is so tiny. Almost feel like it's not worth really focusing too much on. This one, though, is a little bigger, I guess. Suppose we could do a builder's hall, maybe. Just to at least start things on that process. Alright, now Sundren can move. I do see this hero there, so let's see. Maybe we can get eyes on what's going on a little better. Yeah, I think we'll head over and take this city, and then we can move back and take this one. Kind of have to pick, but we're going to have to go one way then the other no matter what we do. So, and you know what? I think this is a great place to end the episode. You know, we're making pretty good progress. We did get kind of bogged down here with this giant dwelling, but I think it was worth it because now we've got a couple of very powerful units joining the group, and we're now ready to start mounting our attack on the city of Raymond and trying to clear out that dungeon to free up the Dwarven hero. So we're going to save our game here. Call this one episode 18. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.